Eagles will get us started with the opening kickoff. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. The Tar Heels offense will get first crack at it today. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy, and he's not the most talented quarterback in the country, but when he's hot, he's really, really tough to stop, David. It's important they get this guy going early.
Yeah, and it's not just him. Like, the offense has to, around him, play well. They've got to protect him. Receivers have to make plays. The running game would be good to get going, so it's got to be a team effort because then he can really be at his best.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
A strike downfield. He's loose on the left. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass. We've got a timeout from the kicking team. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So UNLV's offense will get the ball for the first time. And this running game, Jesse, which has been suspect, is going to run into a stone wall in that linebacking core.
I think the big question then is how is this offense going to have any balance in this game? They need to find creative ways to run the football. We've seen this linebacker shut down much better running backs than what they have on offense. So, David, they're going to have to find ways to still get their backs touches, but try to keep them away from this guy because he is a heat-seeking missile.
He is, and he's sideline to sideline. He's good in the pass. He's good in the run. Like, he really is hard to get away from. Maybe read him some. You know, get the ball out quick. Try to avoid him as much as possible because he has wrecked many a games.
And the Rebels in a good spot here with 2nd and short. To the air, it's Van Dyke. Here comes the heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
To do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. He'll return it from the 50. Bottled him up, not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They go to the ground. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Back to throw, it's Morton. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, North Carolina!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, David, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Looking to throw on 1st down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down. Back to throw, it's Van Dyke. Oh, they're after him! Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
The Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch at the 35. Makes a move. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. And with the ball in a spot like this, David, they might try to get something on the board before the break.
Oh, great opportunity to be aggressive. Find those couple plays you like. Push the ball down the field. At least try to get a field goal here, Palmer.
That's it, David. Just a couple of 1st downs here could be enough to steal 3 points before this half is over.
They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And the Tar Heels will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Rebels' offense is back on the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
You have to imagine the game plan in the second half. Being down, I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense setting the tone right out the gate.
And the Rebels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking for a man, it's Van Dyke. Bringing the heat. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
And this offense has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. They're already down 2 possessions. You know the pass has to come at some point, but they got to keep him clean. They can't get behind the sticks consistently. They've got to start to narrow this gap.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And that's disappointing for this offense. I mean, you talked about it at halftime. Like, we've got to come out, start fast. We're trailing. Got to put some drives together, some possessions, and they come out on the first drive and kind of flounder around. This defense is going to have to step up.
Makes the catch inside his 40. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Looking downfield on first down. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, UNC! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
How about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense, or number 3 is coming soon.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have...
And that ball's on the ground behind the line. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end, in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the pitch. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tar Heels. Great job by the back on the option.
And the offense doing a nice job mixing the option play on that drive. They're able to get the defense outflanked. Nice decision by the QB, pitching it outside wide, and the running back using his speed.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point makes it 28-0. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than...
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over to the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point on.
The Rebels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air, it's Van Dyke. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Finds his back in the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Rebels decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Wants to bring it back. And the returner will be knocked down. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
Makes a connection. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
You know, there are probably a lot of coaches out there with a lead like this that would like to run the ball and see if they could ice this game and bleed the clock. Not this coaching staff. They are going to be aggressive. They are going to continue taking shots.
The Tar Heels trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Van Dyke. He's taking a deep shot. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Timeout is called by the defense. 19 ticks remaining. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Rebels will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Got it near midfield. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. On the run, it's Udo. And he'll be tackled, and that'll bring us to the end of the game. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep pouring it on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical. They were faster, and it showed today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. One game to determine the national championship. Return starts from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. So Tennessee's offense going to get the chance to start this game off. We got a quarterback here, Kirk, who's just trying to find his way, but the coaches have said they trust him.
Well, I think that's a big part of what he's able to do, and the reason they're giving him a chance to go out there and be the quarterback is he knows this offense. He's able to get this offense in good spots. Avoid the negative play is critical today for this team to win.
Looking to pass, it's Washington. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play. The ball's hustled to the line to run the hurry-up. Timeout is called by the defense. That's their first of the half. Offense getting set. It's second down. Play fake, looking to throw. Receiver makes the grab. Tackled right at the 30, good enough to move the sticks. That completion good for a first down. The offense working with a new set of downs here.
Boy, this quarterback's doing a great job of just managing the game. Nice throw, good completion and a first down, and he's already got a play call. He's ready to snap the ball again.
Not easy to bring down. The quarterback finally gets the job done. Grab down the middle. It's Dixon. He's brought down after a short gain. That's not going to be first down yardage. And now a carry here for the fullback. They've got him, but not before he makes a first down at the 41. The Vols pick up enough yards to move the sticks. You give it to the big fullback here. And he's brought down out at the 46. Second down after that run on the previous play.
This offense is known for that up-tempo approach. The defense has got to make their calls and get adjusted and ready to play.
He's stopped, but he gets a first down. The Volunteers come to the line to start a fresh set of downs.
It's a good positive game by the offense, and it's enough for the first down. They're already looking to get up to the line of scrimmage and get this play called to go some up-tempo. The defense has got to be alert of this and get their call and get ready to play.
Makes the catch. It's Burke. And the defense able to bring him down to wrap up the first quarter of play. As we get lined up here for quarter number 2, we'll see if the offenses can get going. They didn't do much in the opening quarter. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Throwing off play action. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack. The clock is still running. Off to hurry up here, but it's a crucial third down. Back to throw. It's Washington. Running out of time in the pocket. There's a fumble way behind the line of scrimmage. Defense picks it up on the run.
I think that's on the quarterback and the offensive line. They were breathing down this quarterback's neck before he could even recognize that they were there, and they were able to knock it loose.
The offensive coordinator's got to love this starting field position. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear a defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Ball handed off. And the Tar Heels keep the football on the move.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Punt over the middle. It's Thomas. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball to the 6. Defense getting pushed back. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. That's their first timeout. And the Tar Heels looking to punch it in here. It's 1st and goal. And the offense will call a timeout. That's their 2nd of the half. The offense in scoring position with a new set of downs. Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. it second and goal from the 7. They'll try to power it in right up the middle. They'll try to run inside, but nowhere to go. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment for this important play. Game sets up a 3rd down and goal from the 6. Looking to pass. It's Robertson. Caught near the goal line. Touchdown, North Carolina. They draw first blood in this national title game. Well, the call was sort of predictable, Kirk, but that tight end is just so tough to stop down here in the red zone.
Listen, speaking on behalf of all quarterbacks, you get down in the red zone, you're looking for that big target that you can trust. He's going to run a good route, and he's got a big wingspan to allow you to make a throw up into the air. He can go up and make a catch over most defenders. Really good execution. They come up with 6.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT makes it 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And Tennessee's high-powered offense is back out on the field. They've got a choice here in the final minute. Do they get aggressive, try to cut into this lead, or play it safe and point toward the second half? On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
That's the 3rd sack now, and we're not even to halftime. The offense is losing. They're getting whipped up front at the line of scrimmage. The offensive coordinator better make some adjustments, or this thing could snowball.
Pass protection, a serious issue. Another sack makes it 2nd and long. Looking for a man. Defense is coming after him.
I mean, that's another sack, Chris. I mean, we're just getting started here. First half, and you're already talking about giving up 3 sacks. You got to think about changing things up schematically, help that offensive line, and help that poor quarterback before he gets killed.
Looks like one more play here before halftime. Quarterback keeps the football. He's going to be tackled in the end zone for a safety. And the Volunteers will kick it off to begin the second half. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And here comes the North Carolina offense back out onto the field. After a positive finish to the first half, a chance to really build momentum here with more points. And they'll start the drive here from the 23-yard line. They get the second half started with their running play. And the runner brought down after just a short gain.
You know, in that era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Boy, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
After the incompletion, they'll have to try to convert here on 3rd and 9. There's the handoff. Has the 1st down and more. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36. And the offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. And the Tar Heels lining up here on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. He bought some time, now lets it go. Grab down the middle, it's Benson. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. And completion makes it 2nd and short. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a 1st down.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back, he just seems to have a nose for that 1st down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
We'll try to run it with the option. Pitch play to the back. Inside the 35. He's in the clear. Touchdown, UNC. Too much speed for the defense.
Love how the quarterback waited until the last possible second to draw the defense in until he pitches it out on the option play. And not only does he get big yards, but they turn into a touchdown.
The offense still out there. They're going for 2 here. Scanning the field. It's Robertson. And he's got it. So the 2-point try is successful, and they build the lead even further.
Chris, as you know, the windows are so tight down here, especially when you're throwing the ball this close to the goal line. And this quarterback was just simply dealing to thread that ball in there for 2. Great throw.
Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. He'll return it from inside the 5. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And the Volunteers' high-tempo offense is back out on the field. Remember the last time out there, they surrendered a safety. They got to regroup from that right away. And they'll use the ground game here. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. And the Vols will come to the line to run the hurry-up.
Well, not much of a gain there, but this is what they do. They love to go fast. The defense has got to be aware.
He's going to take off. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a 1st down. The offense will line up, chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. The pass rush closing in. Oh, and they've got him. A sack on the final play of this 3rd period. So one final quarter to play. It's going to take a lot to turn this game around, but strange things do happen in college football. So down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on 4th down. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. The pocket breaking down. But it's incomplete. The defense makes a 4th down stop.
Well, they just had to go for this, Chris. Pretty obvious. Not much of a choice. Down late in the game like this, you got to be aggressive. You got to take a chance. This was clearly just not their day.
The offense with 3 tight ends now in 1st down, trying to create a mismatch. Leaning on the run game here late. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
That gain makes it 2nd and medium. They'll try and run it. Here's the running back. And they tackle him, but a solid gain down to around the 5-yard line.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, The guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given the quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want whenever we feel like doing it.
Another handoff to him on 2nd and goal. Slams right into a wall. They got him for a loss.
What a great play by the defense here. Getting close to the goal line, not only do they come up with a big stop, but they send them backwards in the process.
3rd and goal. Looking to throw the ball. Looking for 6. Touchdown, Tar Heels. They continue to roll up the score.
You know, this head coach and even the players always talk about wanting to play a full 4 quarters, and that's what we're seeing right now. I don't think they're interested in running the score out. I just think they're out there executing the plays called. And right now, they continue to put touchdowns up on the board.
Kicking team on now for the extra point. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Washington. Throwing for his running back. He's got it in the open. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. So one play moves the ball to the 41, another first down. And the offense takes timeout to stop the clock with just 11 seconds remaining. How aggressive will they be on this first down play? There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Now a timeout is taken with just 5 seconds remaining. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Here's the snap, looking to throw. The ball falls to the ground, and we have a national champion. What an emphatic statement to close out this national championship run. You know, the coach told his guys, go out there and leave no doubt. I'd say mission accomplished.
Well, sometimes a team wins a national championship and they just got hot at the right time. I mean, there's other times when it's been clearly the best team in college football all year. To me, these guys have been right up there as the top team in college football, and it's very fitting that they not only win it, but they win it in grand fashion.
And that is going to do it. We enjoyed being here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
it.